welcome back to another video with your girl Linda Frank in the house. Anyway guys, so in today's video I choose to do this video in such a calm setting, in such a calm and chilled vibe atmosphere, and the reason is I want to talk about a marriage as always. Okay, yeah, most times when you watch people on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook about marriage, you only see the picture perfect. You only see the husbands that are providing. You only see the wives that are submitting. You only see the couples that are playing together, laughing together. But they don't show you the other part. They don't show you the couples that are quarreling over washing dirty plates. They don't show you the couples that are stretching themselves. They don't show you the couples that are giving silent treatment and they are not communicating and all that stuff. But number one about marriage is, first of all, what I always say is you need to know who you're married to. Okay? What I know is that in life, God normally gives someone the opposite. So that the opposite poles attract, like poles repel, something like that. For instance, if you're a very loud man, you laugh ha, 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 like a hyena, you're all over the place and you're an attention seeker, you are most likely going to marry a woman that is very calm, quiet, cool, collected, somebody that doesn't introverted. But if you're this man that is very quiet, very calm, you're so scared of the camera, you're always on your own, you're okay being at the back, God will always give you a woman who is very confident, very bold, a go-getter, self-propelled, self-motivated, so that the person will like, what is it called? What's the word? Complement each other. The person will compliment you. Okay, yeah, because if both of you are quiet, nobody is talking, nobody is bold. When you have kids, who will groom the kids? If both of you are scared of blood, then maybe a kid gets hurt. Who will nurse their wounds? I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. Okay. Another part of marriage that people don't talk about is how marriage will stretch you. You see those your bad character that you have. You think that after marriage you pretend for life. You not. That's why I always say if you want to get married, don't pretend. You see this pretentious of a thing. Most women, especially women, my gender, most men don't actually pretend, even during dating, but most women pretend, and once you marry them, you now see their true colors. I just thank God that I'm not that kind of person that used to pretend. Do you know the way I was having a conversation some times ago, like a few months back, with a client of mine, and then she was telling me something about she's tired of preparing a bath for the husband. I'm like, why? She said that, now, before we got married, I used to do it. And then we got married newly, I kept at it. But now I feel like I can't put up with it long term. I'm like, sis, why did you embark on a journey you cannot finish? Why did you embark on a journey you cannot keep up with long term? Don't pretend. Right from when people are dating, if you cannot be preparing a bath, tell him that guy, you'll be going to shower by yourself. Another thing that I know that is very irritating that most women put up with, and then after they are married now, they can't put up with, men heaping boxers together with dirty clothes. When I got married, I told my husband right from time, I told him that, have you ever seen me go to shower and come out with my pants and put it inside a heap of dirty clothes? I don't do that. Your boxer is your pants. When you are bathing, you bathe it and hang it, you get. Because that is what irritates me as a person, and I can't cope. Like, it's so irritating. Even at my dating league, I don't do that. There's one useless boy I dated once upon a time, and he did that once, and I never visited that guy again. In fact, I did away with him. Like, I trashed him. Do you get? I don't understand. Your pant is your innermost garment, and when you're taking a bath, is your private clothes. Just bathe your pants and hang it. Yeah, because you keeping your boxers with a heap of dirty clothes for me to wash, especially some of us that are not so lucky to have a washing machine to do the job, okay, means that I can equally be pulling my pants and heaping them, bro. Then later I will give it to you so you can use your hand and scrub them. Yes, because what's good for the goose is also good for the gander. So what I'm saying is, marriage will stretch you. You'll see some kind of things, but one key thing that has worked for me is I don't pretend. I never pretended from the dating league. Okay? What you know you can take, you spell it out. What you can't take, spell it out. If the man or the woman is for you, they will stay. If they are not for you, even if you pretend to take shit and they are not for you, they will just rubbish you, drag you to the mud and back, and they will drop you inside the gutter, and they will not still stay. Okay. Another point is, marriage will stretch you on character, especially patience, humility. I can't even tell you about this. Do you know that marriage is service? For instance, you get married as a wife. Let's talk about a typical African wife, a typical housewife, okay? Maybe you're not working yet, because some of you get married, you're not yet working. Maybe you're just fresh from school, you're job hunting, and luck is not so much on your side. So you say, okay, let me start by, yeah. The truth is, not all men will help you with house chores. But again, some are there who will help you. Marriage is service. If you are a typical wife, you have to cook for your husband. You have children. You have to cook for your children. You have to bathe your children. You have to take care of everybody and anybody above yourself. So if you're not humble, growing up, I saw my moms exercising humility, and she was serving everybody, and I kept wondering, what's wrong with this woman? Like, are you a superwoman? Then when I grew up and got married, I just noticed that women are actually superwomen. Yeah, they are actually superwomen. When God created Adam, God took a woman from the rib of Adam. It's like when you have iPhone 1 or iPhone 6 or iPhone 7. The next one is 17 Pro Max. So it's the better version of the 7 that you had. So there's no way a man can be better than a woman in so many ways. Women can multitask. Do you know I can sit like this? I'm looking at the camera, but I can see what's happening over here. I can see what's happening over here. And sometimes we feel like we even have eyes on our back. For instance, if my children are here right now and they are behind me doing something, somehow I know that they are there doing something, and I know what they are doing. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is, you must be ready to be very, very humbled. And if you're not a humble personality, you will fight in marriage. You will battle. You will want to kill yourself. You will want to end it. And to be honest, most people that divorce, maybe 2 months inside the marriage, 3 months they have divorced. If you ask me, I'd say it's just them not being humble, not communicating, not having a heart of service, and not willing to compromise. Because most people that get divorced, it's not as if they don't love each other. Some of them, they will tell you that, I still love this guy, I still love him so much, but I can't take it. I don't want, I'm done. Why? Because maybe you're talking to the guy, he's not listening to you, your feelings, your emotions are disregarded. You keep sounding like a broken record. You keep repeating yourself to this guy. He's not doing anything to fix what you're complaining about. And you guys, it's a lot. Especially when you're trying to talk to somebody and you feel like, why is it that it feels like I keep on hammering on this thing and this guy is doing like he cannot hear me? Because I know you can hear me, so why are you pretending not to? Why are you not willing to do something? Do you get? So first of all, you must be willing to compromise, to be humble, to be a man or a woman of service, and then to compromise. It's not all the time that things will go your way. And let me put this out there. It's not all the time that your husband will be right. Sometimes you as a woman will be right, because some men even marry women that are more educated than them, women that are more bright than them, more exposed than them, more well-traveled than them. But then, because of the mentality of, I'm the head of the house, African man, they did not want to say that they are wrong. They don't want it to look like all the time they are always making the wrong decisions. You are the one that is always right. So sometimes they know that what you're saying is right, but they will go ahead and do the wrong one so that they will show you that they are the head of the house. And then they do it, then it backfires. And then they come back in shame, but because of ego and pride, they won't tell you that, honey, I'm sorry, you were right. Very few, very like 2% will tell you, very sorry, that thing you told me was true. Imagine I did it and it backfired. Imagine I invested on that business and they ate my money, the business didn't work, 2% will acknowledge, the 98% will not. So that's why you should be willing to compromise. Sometimes they will make decisions that you can see with your spiritual woman superpower eye that this thing is going to land us in problem as a family. But because if you keep at it, now when you tell the person that this thing is going to put us into problem and then the person overlooks you, if you keep at it, he will say, why are you telling me what to do? You should not be telling me what to do. I am the head of the house. Or you don't recognize that I am the head of the house. I'm supposed to make decisions. So what you do as a woman, when I talk about compromise, is tell him your opinion and let him make the main decision. So that the final decision. So that in case it fails and backfires and the family is from pan to fire, you will just sit in one corner and cross your leg and say, I hate to say it, but I told you that this thing will land us into a problem, but you didn't listen. And because I did not want us to start dragging ourselves, because you will now say, oh, I'm challenging you, or I'm telling you what to do, don't I recognize your headship and stuff like that, I decided to chill so that you take a decision for us. But you see it now, since it's like this, let's look for a way forward. There's a way you tell somebody that what they did was rubbish, but you will not tell them that it's rubbish direct so that they will not feel bad. But from how you're just coming with it, then you are putting butter and peanut on it, but they can tell that what they are trying to tell me is that I did rubbish. But they can't come out straight and say, hey, are you telling me I did rubbish? Because you must master the art of communication. Like, you know how to communicate it in such a way that it looks like I'm with you, but then it has already sunk in. Like, what I wanted to sink in has sunk in. I wanted it to sink in that I was right and you were wrong, so that next time if I give you, that's what they normally say, that marriage is partnership. You see all these men that listen to their wife, 98% of them thrive. They thrive silly, like they thrive a lot, because women have this size. They have this sight. They detect things, like they detect things. Do you know that a woman can tell you, don't venture into this business. If you venture into this, it will not end well. Venture into this other one. And then you don't listen and you venture to that, and it backfires, like your container sinks in one sea or something. And then you venture into what she said and things are moving for you, like literally moving. Like, all your friends are wondering, what's happening? How comes everything is moving so well for you, How come everything is so good? So guys, another thing is that I've learned in marriage is how to honor each other, respect each other. By respect, I mean respect is reciprocal. Yes, I'll say it again. Respect in marriage is reciprocal. As a man watching me, don't think that the Bible say women should do this one. Respect your husband. You'll be rubbishing her. Because let me tell you something. There's no woman that doesn't like sweet life and being pampered. There's no woman that you will show love, because how we decode love is respect. If you love your wife, she will see it as you respect her, you value her. When she's talking to you, you're willing to listen. Oh, honey, is that what happened? Really? Because sometimes women talk to you because they need to talk. Women talk for a living. They need to talk to think well. They need to talk to breathe well. They're not talking to you so that you will advise them. They just want somebody to talk to. That's why you see, if you're in a marriage with someone that maybe is an absentee husband, he doesn't give you a listening ear, you will find that such women, they like having all this small group of women that they're always doing cho is talking without sense, gossiping and all that, backbiting, because women need to talk. Do you get? Like, I think I read somewhere or heard somewhere that research has it that a woman has to talk like 2,500 words a day. So you can imagine if this woman does not have anybody to talk to, the woman will be like running mad. And then the man needs to like talk 200 words to 250 words, and the woman 2,500 words, you see. So sometimes women just talk because they need to talk. So what I advise married men is sometimes just listen to her. Me talking to you as my husband does not mean that I want you to tell me the solution to my problem. I just want, sometimes I need your solution, but sometimes I just want to feel heard. Sometimes I just vent. I just want to vent. Maybe I had issues with some of my friends, and my friends are not your friends. I know, and you know too, but I still want to vent, and I want to feel that somebody's listening to me. If you did not listen to me, tomorrow I'll go and vent my vents outside to somebody that doesn't know me, and the person will slap me, and I'll slap the person back, and they will call you and say your wife is fighting on the streets. Something that if you listened to me, just give me your ear, lend me your ear for some time, let me vent, it would have been averted. Anyway, I feel like I'm all over the place, but I just feel like marriage as a topic is something that is very large, it's huge, it's a lot, it's long. You need, like, you can never run out of things to talk about marriage, because I can see that I'm already 17 minutes into this, and I didn't even want this video to be this long. So I don't know, because I feel like I'm just starting. I've not even said anything. Anyway, I'll do another part 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 probably of this particular topic. But then another thing is, marriage will shape you on how to control yourself, especially control your anger and your words. It's not in marriage, it's not where you will say, me, if you do me, I will say as you do me. Like, I cannot keep quiet. I will tell you as it is. You cannot tell me as it is. Why? Because when your in-laws do you something and you tell your husband as it is, and they are his family members, and remember, blood is thicker than water, you are the stranger, it might not end up well with you, especially if your husband is one of those boys that are wrapped around the fingers of their family members. Mommy's boy, a family chairman, like everybody in their family holds him like an egg, like a king, like a prince of their kingdom, and everybody is always with him. And then for those women that if your husband is trying to help their family members, he's always paining you. You want him to spend on your own family, your own sisters, your own mothers, but when you see him sending money to their family members, sending any help, food stuff, financial assistance, school fees to their family members, it will be paining you. For those kind of women, most times it doesn't end well. Sometimes you won't feel good about it, especially when he's not spending on your own family. But I'm talking about those women that he's already spending on your own family, probably even more than he's spending on his own family, but it's still paining you when he spends on his own family. I want to tell you that you are a witch. You're nothing short of being a witch, and please change. That is being self-centered. Marriage is supposed to teach you selflessness. I'll paint a picture in your head. Imagine you're married to a man who doesn't care about you. He doesn't even greet you. He doesn't ask you, how are you doing? How have you been coping? What do we need? What don't we need? What do the children need? He's just looking at you like you're there, like you're not there. How will you feel? Same. Like, if you're married to a man, support him and his family. Like, even sometimes use your own mouth to tell him that, have you called your family members? You have to check on them. What of this your brother's child? Where are they? What are they doing? Show concern and let it be genuine concern. I'm not talking about pretentious concern here. Let it be genuine. Have you seen your family members? Have you heard from them? When last did you hear from them? How are they doing? How are they coping? The last time I checked, they had a problem with this and this. Has it been sorted? Please, babe, if there is any way you can help them, no matter how little the assistance you have, give them. This man will be looking at you like, thank God for Jesus. I married somebody. Like, maybe you cannot be in a position to help, but through him, maybe he's not able to help at that particular time. But he knows that it's like I'm receiving a call. Anyway, he knows that you can help. Anyway, guys, so I'm going to end this video here, but we are going to do another video again, okay? Thank you. Subscribe, comment, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you in my next.